Good day. My name is Eti-etop Nathaniel. I am a 200 level oil and gas management student of JPTS Institute of Management, Science and Technology, Uyo Study Center with reg number 21172. JPTS Institute of Management, Science and Technology is affiliated with South American University, USA, Lincoln University, and Global Wealth University, and so many other prestigious institutions. I want to present a brief seminar on the topic oil pipeline vandalization and the socio-economic effects in the Niger Delta region of Nigeria. Crude oil that we are talking about is the oil that is formed from the dead and decay of plants and animals which have lied in seabed for millions of years. Now, after this crude oil is processed, it can be used for very valuable fuels like a petrol, kerosene, naphtha, engine oil, and so many other things, diesel. Now, this crude oil, being a Nigeria, being a country that this type of process, the seventh largest crude oil exporters in the world and the fifth largest crude oil exporters to USA, they should be one of the most blessed countries in the world. But there are several challenges that the country is facing which do not allow the country to attain to the height that is expected of it. And that challenge is what we want to discuss on this brief seminar, which is titled Oil Pipeline Vandalization. What is vandalization? Vandalization is a deliberate act of destroying or damaging either a public or a private property. Now let's look at the causes of this oil pipeline vandalization. There are several factors that are traced to be the cause of oil pipeline vandalization. We have one of them is unfulfilled expectation and promises by oil producing companies. When oil producing companies come up with so many promises, give us the privilege to drill oil in your community, and at the end of it all, we will do this in return. But at the end of it, after drilling the oil, they don't fulfill their promise. It provokes the inhabitants of the community to vandalize the pipeline, which in turn has an adverse effect in the country's economy. Another thing is corrupt leadership. When the government fail to do what they are supposed to do, it also triggers people that are jealous to go about causing oil pipeline vandalism, bumping of oil pipelines, which in turn causes a very destructive effect in the environment. Another thing is greed and youthful exorbitance. Many youths are so greedy about money. They don't know the right steps to take in order to achieve what they want. So at most times, they take vandalism as an avenue, as a means to meet their needs, to vandalize the oil pipes, they scoop the oil, sell it, and do whatsoever they like in order to achieve their means. Another thing is perceived marginalization. When people perceive that they are not favored by a government or the oil company or whatsoever to the extent that they expected. Now, there are so many socioeconomic effects of this oil pipeline vandalization. There are so many socio-economic effects. When oil pipeline is vandalized, it causes environmental pollution and ecosystem damage. Depletion of ecosystem arises as due to oil pipeline vandalization. There is another thing is there is a possibility, it is easy for fire outbreak to occur. It also causes economic loss it causes plant and refinery downtime, because when refineries do not have enough crude oil to process, it will cause their downtime. Fuel scarcity will be observed. Electrical power outage will also occur, and another very important thing is loss of life and property. Now, I have after carefully observing these things, I have these few points that if we put these things into place, put the government, the private sectors, and the people in charge, even the youth, put this in place, I believe that the problems of oil pipeline vandalization will be carefully solved. Number one is educating the youth. Education is the key. If the youths are properly guided to right understanding, they will not indulge in acts that will bring disaster and damage to the environment. Another thing is youth empowerment. Another thing is employment. Employment opportunities should be created. Another thing is government restructuring. Bad leaders should be impeached and good people should be voted into power. Election malpractice should be strictly prohibited. Provision of social amenities in the Niger Delta region. The region that is producing the oil should not be the region that suffers the most damage. It is not proper. So, social amenities should be provided to the region, ensuring that cultism, militancy, and other violent groups operating in the region are minimized or completely eradicated. Then ensuring strict adherence to the constitution governing the country. These are also things that could also make the country a better place. Everybody should have the determination to make Nigeria a better place. Then the government should also provide adequate security to the Niger Delta region. I believe with this point, if we put these things into practice, the issue of oil pipeline vandalization will be reduced to the minimum point. Thank you very much. I still remain